Hey guys, what's up? It's Looney TNT. Today's going to be a little bit different of a video. Today I'm going to give you guys 4 key steps to progress in old school RuneScape. The first step is probably one of the most important steps, but also one of the steps that you're going to be like, well, I don't know if I want to do that, especially if I'm new. But getting membership. Membership, if you're wanting to progress in RuneScape, membership is definitely a very important key because it unlocks so much of the game. If you're stuck in free-to-play, you're going to be battling through things. But that said, if let's say you are starting in free-to-play, try to make some gold. Try to get a bond. It is going to take you a long time to be able to afford a bond. But if you can afford a bond and get into members, that is going to be probably one of the most important things you do in progressing in old school RuneScape. Second tip I have, doing quests. The quest list. As you guys can see over on the right side where my cursor is, we have a lot of different quests in old school RuneScape. Now even me, I need to take my own advice because there are a lot of quests that I haven't done. I have 141 out of 169 quests completed. Now, why are quests so important in old school RuneScape? When you start old school RuneScape, there is a lot of quests in this game that will teach you a lot of different things. And some of these quests can give you some great items. You can get very good items through the questing system, and you could also unlock so much of the game. When you guys are looking at some of these quests, if Desert Treasure 2, for example, because I don't have Desert Treasure 2, I have not unlocked some of the most powerful bosses in this game that I could make a lot of money from. And if you choose not to do those, it's going to be a hindrance to your account. Dragon Slayer 2, for example, I waited for a really long time to get that quest done, finally did it, and unlocked so many things. One of my favorite unlocks was I actually unlocked how to make wrath runes for rune crafting, and it's a big money maker. And you also unlock Vorkath, and it's a great, a lot of these quests are really great. Some of them are a little bit older and they're kind of designed that way, but if you guys are playing on RuneLite, which I do suggest playing on RuneLite, they have a quest helper system, and this will really help you in the long run, and it's going to make your questing life a lot easier. So, second step, get quests done. Quests are going to help you with the whole game, and it will unlock the whole game for you. Step 3, train your skills. Skills will help you out with everything you do in this game. A lot of quests that we talked about recently are locked behind having your skills at a certain level to be able to do it, whether it's achievement logs, there could be combat logs. Higher combat's always a good thing. Combat, I consider it a skill because it is in all of our skill trees here, but skills are such an important part of the game, and it will help you also with step 4 when we talk about this. But when you're doing skills, skilling can be very, very difficult at sometimes if you are training some of the harder skills, because in RuneScape we have skills that are a little bit more annoying, skills that are a little bit faster, skills that cost a lot of GP. GP are gold, right? It's a currency that we have in old school RuneScape. But overall, it helps you out. You can see all the skills that we have here. Agility being one of the, in my opinion, one of the most important skills that we have, but also one of the most frustrating skills if you're training rooftops and stuff. It's a very tedious skill, but it will help you out in the long run and will allow you to run longer. Instead of switching to the run and walk, you can run a lot longer, which is going to help you out with everything. Crafting, if you can start getting these 99 capes, crafting, like as you can see on my character, I have a max cape because I have all 99s. The skill capes are probably one of the most useful things in the game. We have the farming cape, which gives you access to a farming teleport. It helps you get more herbs. We also have the rune crafting cape, which helps you not degrade your bags. We have the agility cape, which will give you a big stamina boost, give you 100% of your run back for one time a day. So a lot of these, we can go on for a long time, but a lot of these, they're amazing. So I would highly suggest you guys getting your skills up. But let's talk about the last one, which is actually pretty important. Making gold is our last step. There are a lot more steps that you need to do to progress your account. I'm just giving you 4 easy ones that you can start off with. If you guys are in the comments and you have some more advice for newer players that are starting this game, please leave it in the comments so players can see that. But making gold on this game, and I'm coming from a main perspective. There are Iron Men, but Iron Men you also need to make gold for a lot of things, which you're going to be getting alkables. You guys will be high alking, getting gold that way. But making gold on this game is so important, and it can make your life so much easier doing different things. Our currency in old school RuneScape is gold. We have our coins, right? So we do have a maximum of 2.7 bill. That's what you can have, but you can have a lot of wealth in different items and things. If you look at my bank, for example, my bank is it's over 400 mil, which isn't a very big bank, but I did waste a lot of money getting max, so I do have to rebuild that cash. But a lot of my gold is in items, you know. And the great thing about this game is you can trade your items in, get gold, and buy another gear set. Go do that, come back, sell that gear set, go back. So if you had a few hundred gold, you could actually have some decent gear if you need to swap things around if you're doing Slayer or whatnot. But gold is so important. And when we're talking about gold, we'll go back to our skills, for example. A lot of these skills can make you a lot of gold. There are things to do like raiding and bossing, but if you're newer and you're looking for steps to progress your old school account, you're probably not going to be getting into raids anytime soon. So progressing your account through skilling is actually going to make you a lot of gold in the long run. Simple things like cooking can make you a lot of gold in the long run. Fishing, mining. You could even make money doing the new Herblore mini game. There's a lot of money you can make in Slayer. Slayer is slow in the beginning, but as it progresses, it gets faster and more profitable. Rune crafting, an amazing skill to make money. When you hit level 77 and you're able to do some blood runes, and that is you're probably not there yet, but once you get there and you start looking up some blood rune crafting guides, and it is an amazing way to make money and being very passive on the game. What I like to do on this game is I like to play the game while not playing the game. What does that mean? I love to watch YouTube. I love to do, well, I don't love it, but I will be doing sometimes work that I need to do throughout the day. And I will have old school RuneScape up on a second monitor or maybe up on my phone. And I can do some AFK training methods, whether it's cooking, fishing, depends on how AFK you want to be. You could even AFK blood runes to a certain extent. There are a lot of things on this game that can really help you out, and a lot of these things can make you gold. And before we end the video, I will give you one last tip, just a bonus tip. Have fun. There's going to be a lot of players that tell you what to do and what not to do. But remember, this is your journey. I did everything the incorrect way. I went for all the skills first. I didn't do quests. I didn't make no gold. There was a lot of things that I did wrong, but eventually I made it to my goals. And as long as you set a goal, you can make it to that goal. Just make sure that you got to be patient. You have to be willing to play the game. You have to be willing to sometimes do things you don't like to do. But for the most part, do things that you do want to do things that you do enjoy. And that's going to push you through past those times that are a little bit uncomfortable, like agility, like rune crafting to a certain extent. Rune crafting has actually become a pretty decent skill, but thieving was my worst. I hated thieving, and you guys might love it. Thieving was my least favorite skill, and it was so difficult to get past some of the grinds. But I knew I had a goal, and I knew that it would get me to where I wanted to be in the game. And I was at the point of the game where I've played this game for a really long time, and I felt comfortable being uncomfortable in some of these skills. If you're not there, do something you like to do. If you get caught in a grind and you're like, I don't want to do this, go do something else. RuneScape will always be there for you. You can log on whenever you like and make sure to go get those gains. All right, guys. Like, favorite, share, subscribe. Do what you guys need to do. And like always, anything goes good with the Dragon Med. Have fun on your journey and progress in old school RuneScape.